Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. These are going to be like little tiny ass posts, whatever, but I can't help it. Like I said, my debt collectors and my loan officers that want to give me loans for $400 a month with 30% interest keep trying to call me. I'm like, fuck. Those are the ones that really call, okay? I only am late with one credit card, and the rest are all fine. So it's just that those damn loans. They call like 20 times in a day. It ruins my phone, my videos. But anyway, yeah, so I'll talk about that, about those, you know, that on my video that later. And like I said, I might post the one from this morning, tomorrow morning, and then the other one in the evening. So that way, you know, might as well, you know, because you can see the results. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was going to tell you about, because I know we said something about, shit, what the hell was it? About bad orders, right? Yeah. So like, you know, so some things might not be your fault, but that's your choice if you want to take it or not. Because I also have heard people say that they've taken $2 orders and then they get tipped in cash. Yes, you do not know when the person's going to tip you in cash, okay? And just because it says so on the thing does not mean they will, because they may have, that might be an old note where they only used to tip in cash, and then they tipped already on the app, so they don't want to tip you twice, you know, or something, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't just trust that it says, oh, we're going to give you cash. You know, you'll just be surprised when it happens, because sometimes it's like, wow, and sometimes it's just never, you know what I mean? So that's why they say, do not take an order that you will be pissed about afterwards. Like if it's really low pay and you're kind of hoping for a cash tip and you don't get one and then you're disappointed, you should only take things that you're not going to be like, damn it, why did I take that? You know, be upset about with somebody else. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, sometimes you can't help but to be upset if for some reason, I don't know, some stuff doesn't go quite the way it should, and then you feel like you've been wronged. I've definitely felt like a couple times I've been wronged, and then I was very pissed. You know, like, and I guess this is why they don't want you to know who the customer is that said something about you, right? Because then you want to throw eggs at their house. Not that I do, but you know what I mean. You're just that mad, okay? It's just, I mean, there's definitely incidences that have happened where I was like, are you kidding me? Like, for real? You know? Like, some of this shit was out of your control. Now, like I said, there's times that, like, I was like, okay, I get it. This is my white Uber, you know, because they, like, say they didn't have half the shit that they wanted at the thing, and I couldn't get it, right? Or, you know what I mean? Or, like, I spilled ice cream all over their order, you know? Or the drinks filled, or you know, the car slammed and shit went flying, and you know what I mean? But believe it or not, like I said, you'll see some of my videos, I said a lot of times they still tip you, you know what I mean? They still gave me my tips, and I was like expecting them to drop the tip, and then I was and accept it because I deserved it, you know what I mean? Like, shit happens, you can't control everything, but you know what I mean? I could understand why. And then they gave me the tip anyway, and then there was times that was unfounded, and it's like, are you freaking kidding me? You know? And so but that's Uber, not DoorDash. So you should never have that problem with DoorDash. And oh my god, I'm pretty sure I didn't miss it, because I know that this is basically where the Pizza Hut is, the Las Fajitas. I want to eat here. I have not eaten at this Las Fajitas yet. And it's so cute. These little Mexican restaurants look so cute. Oh, is this the right place? No, I don't think this is right. Hold on, I gotta get back over. Shit. This is not the right place. I think it's further. I hope I didn't miss it. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss it. Okay. But anyway, yeah. But I said, yeah, ask me a question, because now I can't even remember why I even wanted to make these videos, except I think I was talking about that, and then I wanted to explain some stuff, but I can't explain what I don't even remember now wanting to talk about, because it's been like how many minutes later since the last videos? I was like, damn, I can't remember, crap. Anyway, so just ask me. I'll try to answer the best I can, because that would be a lot better probably, and I'd love to hear how it goes, you know? You're gonna have to tell me how your first DoorDash went, because I remember like I said, the first Grubhub I did, the first DoorDash I did, first Uber, well, you know, Amazon, oh my god, which Amazon is really worth getting on, except, okay, it is hard on your vehicle. This is what I told some people, you know, it's easy, it has routes, you get paid pretty decent, but you don't know where the hell you're going. And some of the places, the roads are not fun, okay? But you can get that with the GMD from Uber, like if you take some Walmart orders too, okay? And I'm not saying it doesn't happen with fast food, because it does. I've definitely been out in the boondocks, and I've been in some scary places where I'm afraid animals might eat me, okay? So, you know what I'm saying? You just don't know. But I feel like that's why I don't take Amazon routes at nighttime. There's just too many, it's just too much at night. Like, at least a DoorDash, you got one order to deliver. Even if you're out in the damn boondocks, it's one order. You do it, you get back, you're done. You know what I'm saying? And also remember, because I know DoorDash doesn't do Walmart, so you don't have to worry about them with them. But I have heard, like, they can almost count, like, let's say you had 7 trips. I don't know, so I would assume this would be Uber. But if you drop, let's say those GMDs for some reason, they will count it as you did not finish all, like, 7 orders. So that is a bad one to decline. If you've taken it, you are better off getting it done. Okay, I'm telling you now, try to complete those ones, because that would really hurt if you had 7 you canceled 7 trips. You know what I'm saying? That's a no-no. But I don't see that happening with DoorDash, because I don't think, like I said, DoorDash doesn't do Walmart anymore. And I don't know, because I've never done any Aldi's, so I can't tell you. Like I said, I've never been to Aldi's yet, because I just don't feel like the Aldi ones have been worth my time. I've done Target, I've done different lots of little places, and yeah, sometimes they're fun too. So like I said, just try different things. And yeah, but try to get on Amazon. It is freaking worth it. Like, if you do some of the routes, you might even like it better than what you're doing now. But like I said, it is hard on your car in some places, and you do not get a choice. You do not. Anyway, bye.